Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to be going over the fourth episode of Season 2 of the Fallout show, and I am so excited. Today's episode was amazing. And before we start today, I want to thank you guys so much for 160 subscribers. You guys are the best. Thank you all for your nice comments and such, and let's get to the video. So today's episode opens up with Anchorage, Alaska, and it looks wonderful. We get to see the T-45s and how they don't really work that well, and even the Chinese are surprised by them. But it shows that they're locking up a little bit, and he can't even move his arm, and so Cooper tells him to go back while he goes ahead and tries to find this lost platoon, and that's where he sees a death claw. And then he gets shot up a bunch by some Chinese soldiers and just falls over. His suit locks up. I mean, wow, those didn't work at all. And they kind of make fun of him a little bit. They also speak American, which is kind of weird to me. And then they get murked. I mean, absolutely murked by the Death Claw. And the Death Claws look good. The only thing I'd say is their faces look a little weird, but I'm not really complaining. We're getting Death Claws, so that's amazing. And then we make our way over to Thaddeus and Maximus, where they're trying to figure out what the heck are they going to do. And Maximus eventually convinces Thaddeus to get in the power armor and act like Xander Harkness. And they make their way back, and instantly Dane can tell that there's something up with Maximus. And so what he does is he tells him what he did, and that he's gonna kill Quintus and make sure the Commonwealth or they just get cold fusion out of there. And so that's what they try and do. There's a little bit of stuff in between there, but I'm just going to continue with the Brotherhood because it pops up through, and it doesn't make sense for me to just keep bringing it up out of nowhere. And so we get that funny scene that we saw from the preview of the week before of him talking to himself inside the suit, trying to act like Xander, and everyone's like, what the heck? And then one of the Yosemite chapter leader comes and asks him to talk, and is clearly trying to suck up a little bit to the Commonwealth, which is funny. How easily they are to just turn on Quintus, which I think should mean something, that they're not to really be messed with, and that they may have gone after other chapters before, because in this episode it really sets that tone for them that the other chapters view them as, is that she's like being like, oh, well, I didn't agree to this stuff, and I want them to know that I'm here, and I'll offer these troops to instantly kill them and take cold fusion for you. So it shows that Maxon, Arthur Maxon's The Commonwealth chapter is like on top, which makes me believe that they do have Liberty Prime, and that's just one of many reasons why they're scared of them. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out. They're really playing up the Commonwealth, so I don't know. It's starting to look like that the official ending for Fallout 4 was the Brotherhood of Steel ending. So who knows? I'm very excited to see more of them. I think we are going to see more of them, especially since at the end of that episode, a little bit of a jump, they escape with cold fusion. So Maximus kind of confronts Quintus and is unable to kill him, and tells him what Xander does, and then he tells him that he wouldn't kill ghoul children, and Quintus just like, oh, this guy's an idiot. He tries to kill him, and instead of Maximus killing Quintus, he locks him in there, which I can't wait to see what happens with Quintus. Obviously, the Commonwealth is coming, so, he doesn't have cold fusion, and he's going to have to answer to them after clearly, I mean, these two other chapters are going to rat on him. And even the chapters were freaking fighting each other. I mean, stabbed her right in the face. I mean, it's shown. I was getting some crap for saying, oh, a woman elder. That's pretty bold for the Brotherhood of Steel, and we see in this episode that other chapters do not value women the same as other chapters. We also have to look, I don't see many women in Quintus's chapter, like, at all. I mean, maybe like a little bit here and there, but compared to like the Commonwealth and Elder Lions and some of these other factions, it is obviously very kind of weird for a woman to be in the ranks, which is different to us because we know that women have always been allowed within the Brotherhood. So I like seeing how these different chapters' ideals vary and how that shapes who their chapter is as a whole. So hopefully we get to see a little bit more of that. I mean, we see that they were fighting each other and the airship was falling. I thought there'd be a little bit more to that. It kind of just looks like a cool backdrop that they're running away from. So I don't know if they were all fighting each other or if I don't know. It's not made very clear, and hopefully that's cleared up. That's the one and only complaint I've had with the show, is they kind of just loosely let big things just are out there, and it's not even stuff that like we can theorize on. It's like what happened that these ships are fighting each other and one is now crashing. It's like, yeah, you stole cold fusion and the elders are fighting all in the mess hall, but it still doesn't make sense how it escalated that far. And also, if shooting off of those things is like, I'm not the only person to say this. These things are like literally flying bombs almost. Like, it doesn't make sense that they're using them in battle like that in the first place. But I don't know. That's my really only complaint I've had besides something, but I'll go over that at the end. And so now let's jump over to Lucy and the Ghoul. Lucy wakes up in the NCR camp, and we see that there's some more Rangers, so it wasn't just only 2 Rangers. There must have been like 4 to 6 left, maybe. We don't really have a concrete number. And they ask about who they're looking for and how is Lucy going to kill her father or bring him to justice. And they make their way to New Vegas, and we start to realize that Lucy is absolutely tweaking. I mean, she is off. She is on one this episode. I mean, she is straight tweaking. I mean, she's itching, needs more. Find out that they had her just pumped up to some buff out in an IV, which is wild. Absolutely wild. And a very kind of familiar like predicament where we take too many of one drug and then we become addicted. So it's actually pretty funny. And now we kind of know what Ella Parnell was talking about in the trailers when she was saying, oh, episode 4 and 5, Lucy's kind of a different character. Also, with what Ella Parnell said on some interviews, episode 4 and 5, we see Lucy in a whole different way. So I think we're going to kind of see her be a bit of an addict here and the consequences of that. I think it's pretty cool how she takes on those ghouls by herself. And I also believe that this kind of irrational behavior is what leads to her punching the ghoul out of the Atomic Wrangler window, because she catches the ghoul using Fisto without her. Makes total sense, and I can't wait to see that. After she punches him out, she's obviously going to use Fisto. Hopefully we get to see that too. I'm hoping we get to see that, or at least the ghoul use him. I'd even be okay with Thaddeus, but preferably the ghoul. And so then it cuts to Norm, and they're above the surface, and it seems that they're kind of already doubting who Norm is. Like, this isn't a part of the plan. And it shows how, to these people, they just went under, and now they're above the ground 200 odd years later, and they have to, like, rebuild. And yeah, I'm very excited where they're going to go with this second initiative. I have a feeling that means they're going to make their way to Vegas. Now, I have a feeling they're going to kind of speed up how they get to Vegas, even though it's very clear it took Lucy and the Ghoul weeks, especially by the way that Norm is down in Vault 21 eating all the rations and such. So I don't know how they're going to explain that. Or they're not going to do anything like that, and they have a totally different side plot. We also have the kind of Vault 32 and 33 Dweller side plots, and I have a feeling that he is with this kind of food club gonna kind of take power from Betty. And yeah, I'm excited to see what goes on with that. I also think people are gonna start to take notice to what's going on in the vault, and that things aren't really that normal. And I'm quite excited for that, actually. I'm trying to think what else. So my big complaint, I have a. It's starting to seem, as the show goes on, more and more that the courier's decisions and actions are completely invalidated and kind of just for nothing. I don't want to seem like a hater because I'm not. I'm really enjoying it, but the strip is empty. The Legion has collapsed. The NCR has collapsed. They keep saying in these trailers, oh, it seems that everyone believes that they won. And it's like, with the endings they have in place, there's maybe one ending where they think that, and two, basically, maybe the Yes Man and Mr. House, which is what it mostly seems like. But the strip is in so much disarray. There's also a new entrance into the strip from where McCarran was, which may be from, I don't know, maybe they blew a hole in the wall. Maybe that was always meant to be there. They also say they have to take a detour to go through Freeside to get into the strip. It doesn't make sense where Freeside's at exactly, especially because when we get to that side of the wall, we can just hug it. I don't know. The strip looks great. I saw some people, and I was even a little doubtful on why the strip looked the way it does, but it looks like real Vegas instead of the kind of tiny buildings we have in the game, which is just due to limitations, really. Um, but yeah, it just seems like they're just devaluing or just making it so the actions that the courier took almost seem meaningless. In that if the courier didn't show up in the Mojave, it wouldn't have changed anything. I mean, the only thing we see changed is like the platinum chip with the different robots with the Mark II, which means it's probably pushing towards that way, but they're saying, oh, Mr. House is dead, so I don't know. I'm not trying to complain. It's just, it would have been better if they picked the House Always Wins ending, because it's kind of implied the House always wins, and then just kind of went all the way with that instead of leaving it where, like, oh, it looks like everything we did during the game completely just for nothing, because nothing happens anyways. 15 years later, it's all just in the pooper, and everyone's in shambles, and the strip isn't even up and running. Now, I believe that Mr. House is still around, and that he's just waiting for something or someone to get there, and that's where I think that he's gonna finally get his cold fusion, and maybe, I don't know. Let's set the stage for this theory. Maximus is running away with cold fusion, and he makes his way to Freeside, where eventually he makes his way into the strip, where we see him fighting that Deathclaw. Mr. House somehow predicted this was going to happen, or just picked up that, oh, bro has cold fusion on him. One thing leads to the other. House finally gets cold fusion back, doesn't have to rely on Hoover Dam anymore, can be his own independent self, and the Brotherhood of Steel does not like that. And so what does the Commonwealth do? They pull up to the strip with Liberty Prime, thinking, oh, we're going to break a hole right into this place, take cold fusion back, have an amazing control tower in Las Vegas to reign over. And so that's what they try. Liberty Prime takes one step into the strip, and he stops, crackling over his speakers. And who comes over those speakers but Mr. House? His magnum opus finally returned to him incomplete, to protect Vegas forever. The end. Vegas remains all by itself. No one can touch it, and Bethesda can't ruin it. The end. Yeah, probably won't happen. Probably will be something else. I don't really know where they're going with the show. We're already episode 4, and I'm quite confused. It seems that cold fusion is still the main plot, which would make sense that it's kind of the main plot. It's unlimited energy, but I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm just scared of what has come of the courier and the courier's actions, and it almost seems like the courier never existed. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you have any wacky theories or want to argue with me about any theories or anything I've said in this video, please let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for 160 subscribers. It means the world. Yeah, all your nice comments, just thank you guys so much. If you did enjoy today's video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you remember, you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.